Hey everyone, this is Mentor Motoragene, and with me in today's meeting are members of the makeup cycle for Group 11 of the 17th of March 2017 batch of the MMM Nigeria Girl School. So we are discussing the business game task, which comprises of seven. The business game task comprises of 7 questions called task. Seven questions which we call task, and they pose different challenges to the students. Ibe and his colleagues have been able to brainstorm to come to a common solution. So Ibe is going to speak on behalf of this makeup cycle to make us know how they came about their solution. It's more like a summary of what they did. So Ibe, the floor is open to you. You can go on with the presentation. Remember, you just have 20 minutes. Thank you. Ibe, you can unmute your mic and speak, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
MMM Business Games. MMM Business Game Plan Implementation by 1703 Group 11. Names of active participants: Ibeli Venus, Ugu Promise, Olaide. Task 1. Receipts are needed in order to become managers, like leaders in the MLM Global Committee. Now, an important task: enter a new country and develop MLM Global here. This new country will be Thailand. So have internet, 18 knowledge received in school, $50,000. Within an hour, you have to develop a plan of actions for a week. You must specify the number of registration and deposits you will achieve. Important: 50,000 is given only once. Later on, you should use the free resources from the system. Before setting to Thailand, into groups of two each, and giving individual tasks of office ranging from human resources, logistics manager, welfare, etc. Our plan is to advantage of the social media through its handles. Example: Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, etc. On our arrival, we set up shop, request for MMM website for Thailand, interpreter who is well versed in the field, charging $80 an hour. Creating our social media, organizing meetings and seminars in and schools, running registration of participants currently, creating souvenirs and branded items with MMM inscription, starting school in the cloud, making and sharing video on our YouTube channel and other social media handles like Facebook, Twitter, etc. with our slogan MMM Thailand, eradicating financial slavery. It's 38 by 10 guiders, which is equal to 380 new participants. Also creating email addresses and telephone lines where questions and inquiries can be directed. Travel expenses on unit cost $170, cost USD $160. Transportation slash logistics $150, 450. Accommodation unit cost $450, cost USD 4,500. Branded t-shirts, caps and freebies. Unit cost is $20. Banners unit cost is $40. USD is 200. Bulk SMS unit cost is $0.1, $1,000. $0.8, USD cost $4,000. Video coverage slash pictures unit cost $350. Refreshments unit cost $300. Entertainment $700. USD cost $4,900. Hall rental $500. USD cost $3,500. Projectors and sound system $350. USD cost $2,450. Ad hoc staff $200, which is $1,000. Expenses $1,500. Security $200, is $1,400. Total $37,850. Outstanding balance $12,150. Task 2. A week has passed. You are 4 men. The average contribution of a participant to structure is around $300. Under the regulations of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participants, starting with the first contributions. Your task is to calculate how many new members and contributions you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payments to the older participants. It is necessary to write down your plan of actions for the next 3 weeks under the above conditions stated. Point out what resources you need and how you are going to use them. The number of new participants and the money. Response. For example, 38 guiders in Thailand and the number of participants registered with one contributions $300 by 380 participants, which is equal to $114,000. First month growth at 30%, $30 by 114,000, which is equal to $34,200. Registration bonus $200 by 380, which is $7,600. Total amount to be provided in the next 3 weeks $155,800. Difference between GH and PH amount $155,800 minus $144,000, which is $41,800. Total number of participants. Total number of new participants required for the old participant to be paid $41,800 divided by, which is 140 participants. Plan of action for the next 3 weeks. Required resources: offline promotion using a one-on-one, online promotion using online software and other social media platforms. How to use them? With the help of to with the help of interpreters, we go out to and communities in Thailand using the readily available flyers, creating more awareness using Facebook and YouTube. Number of participants is 380 by 3 weeks, which is equal to 1,140. Money raised during period is $300. Then 1,140 participants, $342,000. Able to raise 342,000 in 3 weeks, we will be able to pay the first participants easily. 3. A month has passed. You are hundreds for another month on the basis. The result previous calculation taking into account the dynamic of growth. The number of new contribution in the next 4 weeks. Response: total participant in first month 380 by 4 weeks, which is equal to 1,005 participants. Second month, assuming each participant registered 3 downlines, 1,520 by 3, which is equal to 4,560. Effort of the 19 guide 80 by 4 weeks, which is equal to 1,520. Total participants in the second month, which is 6,080 participants, with contributing an average of $300. The total PH second month would be 300 by 60, which is equal to 1,000, which is equal to $1,824. 1 month growing at 30%, 30% by $1,824, which is equal to $500. Registration bonus 300 by $6,080, which is equal to $91,200. 10% referral bonus on new registration 1,520 by 300, which is 156,000. 10% by $456,000, which is equal to $45,600. Total GH amount to be provided in the second month: $1,824 plus $547,000 plus $91,200 plus $45,600 plus $41,800 amount $800 amount required for first month: 2,589 $2,589,800. Difference between the PH and GH amount for second month: 2,589,000 minus $1,824, which is equal to $5,800. Number of participants required for those who contributed in the second month to be paid: 729,800 divided by 300, which is equal to 2,419 participants, That's 4. After 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposits. That now you can calculate that you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month. A week after the start of the month, there is a holiday in Thailand, which is celebrated respectively. In this week, the activity of registration falls by 75% for a month. What resources and how participants for the development of the system? Response: at the beginning, on the second week of a week-long holiday can a 75% reduction in our weekly registrations. This implies that we are going to have 95 in brackets 25% of new registration instead of 380. It is therefore important for us to make up for the 285 by in brackets 380 minus 95 shortfall in the remaining 2 weeks of the month. The total number of registrations in the next 2 weeks is 285 plus 380 plus 380. This is equal to 1,045 new participants. Total contribution required in the next 2 weeks is $1,300, which is equal to $313, which is equal to $313,500. Each guider is required to get 30 new participants and a total contribution of $24,900 in the remaining days of the month. Plan action for the month. With 5 top 4 to the targets of the rest of the month and divide the new target in brackets 1,567 among all that. This implies that the guiders will have to get in the remaining days of the month. To attain this figure, we will launch a promo that will enable participants who sign win cash prizes, laptops, etc. Organize MMM seminars in all cities of the province. Hold daily seminars where possible. Use the holiday advantage to embark on door-to-door publicity. We will also encourage the use of internet banking, as it's and easier for participants to provide help. Social media publicity during holidays will increase registration for referrals during the holiday period. Extra 10% bonus on 10 new registrations for referral within the holiday period. Holiday referral bonus / registration. Task 5. Your plan didn't work out. You do not have new registration and deposit to cover the cost of the current deposit. It is necessary to analyze the plan of actions in this situation. What are the resources? How many participants, contributions, etc. needed to get this situation resolved? Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payments. The old participants seeing that neither make their own contributions or attract new members. Response: at this time, out will be the best option, since the old members are no longer providing help. In this mode, participants will be able to provide help, but they won't be able to get help until after 2 months. At this point, the system will have adjusted itself in order to make this recruitment more effective. Participants will be informed that they need to intensify their efforts in recruiting more members so that the system will have up to about $1, which will be injected into the system, which will be enough to pay out the existing members. The only one-on-one promotion order to achieve these numbers. As 6, during this month, delay in payment increases to 7 days. Referral activities almost reduced to zero. Old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions to. In virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented in which all the old marbles are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when situation will right itself. New deposits grow as per old conditions are frozen and available as usual. Make your plan of actions for another month, resources, contribution, members, etc. Response: educate members on the implication of manage the going into the public about the course mode so it doesn't discourage other from participating. Encourage participants to avoid panic that will affect the community. Return guidance and task them to educate educate members the importance of continuous pH. After carrying out a proper calculation of how much the system needs to get back into full swing, contributions from the guiders and the balance from the 50,000 can be used to support the community for the period to sustain its stability. 7. Your efforts the situation, a restart took place, all are removed. We start to work from the beginning, see part of the members and the unfavorable responses. One or two negative articles in the mass media to make a fresh start in such conditions. A plan of action under specified conditions for the month. Response: we will learn from guidance in countries where such has happened, strategize on how to ensure that the same thing does not happen again. Invite guidance in Thailand to a roundtable meeting situation and a chat on a way forward. Embark on massive publicity through social media and other publicity. Organize more seminars and training. Incentive, give incentive to old members. Control the media by breaking the news and explaining the situation in details. We will direct their attention to the legality of MMM. Thank you. Together we change the world.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was
Thank
worth
you.
the time. That was really a good time manager in action. Okay, I was have to chip this in. You didn't mention the SWOT analysis. I intentionally discussed it with you before the presentation actually came up. This SWOT analysis is an appraisal of any system. If a SWOT analysis had been carried out, let's say after tax 2, because during tax 1 you only have the pH process. So you only have the pH process. There was no GH process added to that. But at tax 2, you had that interaction between participants. Hence, there will definitely be friction. There will definitely be challenges because you will see a lot of characters. You see a lot of people uploading fake POP. Like it's so common with in most of the MMM communities. It's common in most of the MMM communities. So you see those challenges. You have those participants who would not want to confirm on time. You have those who may not pay on time and they'll pay when the timer is almost going off. and they'll get locked after they've made the payment. So there will definitely be challenges. Then those who want to hack into accounts, there are several challenges that are encountered in the community. A SWOT analysis will make you know how well that system, that community is. The SWOT analysis will make you know how well the community is faring. So it's necessary you carry it out, because if it had been carried out at tax 2, the challenges you met or that met with you at tax 3 wouldn't have been that enormous, and that the impact wouldn't have come on you. And the same thing for tax 4, because if at tax 3 you had your SWOT analysis, you would have prepared yourself ahead for the holiday celebration that dropped the PH amount by 75%. Hence, it's necessary you carry out a SWOT analysis. And if it had been carried out after tax 4 or during tax 4, you would have noticed that the freeze mode would have come into play in tax 5. And if it had been carried out in tax 5, there would have been no need. There would have been no need for the post mode in tax 6. Neither would it have been necessary for the community to have a restart. So the SWOT analysis is the most important task. Is the most important task you performed while you were in the guidance school. Other tasks were geared towards promoting MMM, building your structure. But the SWOT analysis maintains MMM. It helps MMM to stay alive, because you need to know the strengths, you need to know the weaknesses, you need to know the opportunities, and you need to know the threats. When you know the strengths and the opportunities, you try to focus on them and try to improve on them. But for the weaknesses, you try to reduce them to the barest minimum, because these are internal factors. Hence, you can really attack them. Then for the threats, they are external, so you may not be able to reduce them, but you can tackle them, you can combat them, so that their effect on the participants will not be so great and it will not affect the community in the long run. Okay, but all the best. It was a good presentation. Congratulations to eBay, congratulations to Promise, and congratulations to Mary, who got in towards the end of the meeting. Congratulations to you all. You can go on with your feedback video. I have to add that you have to make new feedback videos.
Okay, new one.
You need to make new feedback videos. The other ones will not be marked, because I believe you've experienced something so far since you started discussing the business game task. So you have to mention this cycle. So forget about whatever cycle you were in before now. Okay. Yeah, so congratulations once again. And good night.
Thank you, ma.
Thank
you, ma.